Just when you think that you've received a great victory from God, sometimes you're faced with yet another attack. You know, in the Bible, Lazarus had no sooner been rescued from the grave after 4 days of being stone cold dead, his body barely warm again as he basked in the glory of being raised from the dead, when he faced his next trial. Just days earlier, the 3 simple words from the mouth of Jesus, "Lazarus, come forth." The grave could not hold him and death could not keep him. The trial could not consume him, and the schemes that the enemy meant for evil were turned upside down with a resurrection moment that altered the course of Lazarus' life. Jesus showed up late in the minds of those who watched Lazarus die, but the miracle of all miracles took place in the face of this disaster. All was turned to good for the glory of God. Yet in John 12, verses 9 to 11, listen to what it says. It says, "When the large crowd of the Jews learned that Jesus was there, they came, not only on account of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. So the chief priests made plans to put Lazarus to death as well, because on account of him, many of the Jews were going the way of believing in Jesus." You can bet that the devil doesn't like when your powerful triumph is now a signpost to others to lead them to Jesus. Don't be surprised if the massive victory that you have just been pleased beyond measure to receive leads to the onslaught of enemy attack. Rest assured, God, who brought about the supernatural miracle in your life, will surely keep you. The enemy is defeated. There is no weapon formed against you that will prosper. The last time that it looked hopeless, God got you through, didn't he? The last time that something died in your destiny, God resurrected it. When it looked like there was no way to survive the storm and the grief was overwhelming, you watched as God showed up in power to defeat the enemy. Remember this as you face difficult situations today. The next trial will come and go, and the same God who rescued you will rescue you yet again. Your future is determined by God alone. Lazarus may have been surprised that he was rescued from the grave, only to find that the principalities of darkness were trying to put him right back in there again. However, he was protected. He was concealed in the security of God's hand. You also are declared more than a conqueror in the face of ongoing spiritual warfare. Rise up, take up your position of strength in God alone, and stand firm, because the battle is always the Lord's.